I'm Chung. I'm COO and co-founder of Black Mesa. I have bachelor's in course 7 and 10C from back in '99. My co-founder is HST alum from the Church Lab. So we are trying to provide process assurance in biomanufacturing. So if you know the biomanufacturing industry, you know that similar to other industries, there's a lot of push towards automation and computerization. This is great. The issue is that there's still just a minority of manufacturers out there who have completely electronic systems. Probably the vast majority are still on either hybrid electronic and paper systems or completely paper-based systems where all manufacturing records are produced and documented on paper. And so what we're trying to do is use AI to bridge that gap, to give these companies the benefits of electronic batch record systems or manufacturing execution systems without all the cost, time, hassle of migrating to a big enterprise level solution. So we've done the work on this, and we actually look back at FDA 483 letters. And these aren't letters that are pleasant to get. These are the letters you get from the FDA in response to inspections that identify deficiencies. And so if you look back at these 483s, fully 8% of them come from documentation data integrity errors. So in manufacturing, in bio, there's a lot of issues with documentation. On top of this, we know that 7% of batches just fail, and usually from contamination user error. And on top of that, you have this QA system in biomanufacturing that's designed to stay on top of this, to police it and to try to mitigate these errors when they occur. The issue is they have 800,000, 1,200 page batch records to look through page by page in order to execute their QA functions. And even in the professional proofreading industry, there's a 6% error rate there. So this is an area that's just rife for disruption and optimization with AI. So here's how we do it. So the company just uploads their blank master batch records to our system called Veriscan. We don't alter their records. We don't have them create a new system. We just ingest whatever they have. They view it within our system, print it out like usual. And then the manufacturing floor, the technicians, they execute their processes and they document just like usual. You'll notice that there's basically no change in this process from prior workflows. We try to meet people where they are. The little change that we add to the batch record is that we put a unique 2D barcode up in the corner of the batch record that allows us to trace every page throughout the whole manufacturing production cycle, so that if you were actually to take two different batch records, shuffle them, and then put them into our system, the system would be able to sort them automatically. Not that you can ever shuffle batch records. So these pages are scanned at some frequency. It can be every shift, every day, to enter them into the system. This is a very low maintenance process. Again, because of the barcode, these technicians just walk up to the scanner, put it in, and then pick up the scan files and walk away. There's no sorting or anything that has to happen because of that barcode. Then our AI models automatically identify the documentation issues within those documents. So this could be missing signatures, this can be bad calculations. And in addition to that, they OCR the entire page and capture all the data that's available there. Those alerts then go to the QA team automatically and say, hey, you have issues here, here, and here. This is what you need to do to identify that, to mitigate that. And in addition, we allow these documents, we allow this production record to be shared in basically near real time with stakeholders, whether that's a sponsor, government observer, what have you. And so the end value propositions, obviously QA has helped a lot because they're allowed now to essentially review by exception. Instead of looking, again, through 1,000 pages of batch record, line by line, they can just be alerted to where the actual issues are. Number two, shorter QA times allows you to release batches more quickly. And so then the manufacturing facility can actually fit in more batches within a given amount of time. And then lastly, a manufacturer, by offering increased transparency into their manufacturing process, actually attracts sponsors who need that sort of visibility into where how their baby project is doing. And again, that same data that we OCR and capture from these documents, that is data that's now available for trending, for analytics, that was not available before. Previously locked in paper repositories, but now available for digital analysis. As sort of a case in point, our first install is actually happening next month with a stealth startup that is using Indian source biomanufacturing resources. For better, for worse, wrongly or rightly, Indian biomanufacturing has a reputation of being somewhat lower quality. On top of that, they have almost universally paper-based processes. This is in the context of more and more biomanufacturing actually going to India, being outsourced to India. And they are in a financial situation where a full electronic batch record or manufacturing execution system makes zero financial sense. And so they're bringing us in, they're bringing Veriscan in to provide a number of solutions to the situation. So we have a cryptographically secured timestamp manufacturing record that results from our scanning process. So this helps regulators, this helps sponsors feel more confidence and assurance in what's being done. Contemporaneous QA allows them to, again, speed batch release, get paid faster, and actually fit more batches in a given year. And they are using Veriscan to actually extract data from prior batches to then use for future process improvement and trending. And lastly, the process transparency that Veriscan offers benefits their sponsors who now, instead of having to send a person overseas to India to monitor biomanufacturing processes, can actually look remotely as it happens. So we are looking for more clients. Potential clients for us include CDMOs. These are the contract drug manufacturers who make substance for sponsors who own the molecule rights. Farmers themselves also are potential clients for us, whether they do their own production in-house or outsource. And obviously, we are very open to international engagements. We are a past performer for HHS, a sole source for the US government as well. We have ongoing contracts with DARPA and a pending award with ARPA-H. So we also have interest in government and national security. So if orgs have those interests, we want to talk to them as well. So thanks for your time. Looking forward to talking.